If you are retired or getting close to retirement and you rely on Social Security benefits, what happened in April 2026 could either cost you hundreds of dollars every single month or save you a significant amount of money, depending on whether you know about it. The Social Security Administration has just rolled out a series of rule changes that affect benefit amounts, eligibility requirements, spousal benefits, and the earnings test for working retirees. Millions of Americans are going to be impacted, and most of them have no idea these changes even exist. Keep watching because this information could directly change your financial situation starting right now. Welcome to SSA Benefits Alert, the channel that keeps retirees, seniors, and Social Security recipients informed about every update, every rule change, and every opportunity that affects your benefits. If you are new here, subscribe immediately and turn on the bell notification because we cover Social Security changes as they happen, and you cannot afford to be behind on this information. Today, we are breaking down every major Social Security rule change that took effect in April 2026, what each one means for your monthly check, and exactly what steps you need to take to make sure you are not leaving money on the table. Let us begin with the most talked about change, which is the updated cost of living adjustment and how it interacts with the new benefit calculation formula. The Social Security Administration announced a COLA adjustment earlier this year, but what many retirees do not realize is that April 2026 also brought a technical revision to the way the primary insurance amount is calculated for new beneficiaries. The primary insurance amount, or PIA, is the base figure from which your monthly benefit is determined. The BEN points used in that calculation, which are the income thresholds that determine what percentage of your average lifetime earnings are replaced by Social Security, were updated in January, but a secondary technical correction was applied in April that affects people who turned 62 between January and March of this year. If you fall into that specific group, your benefit calculation may have been processed under the older formula, and you may be entitled to a recalculation. Contact the Social Security Administration directly or log into your My Social Security account online to verify that your benefit amount reflects the corrected April 2026 formula. The second major change involves the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, two rules that have penalized millions of public sector workers, teachers, firefighters, police officers, and government employees for decades. After years of legislative effort, Congress passed and the President signed into law a repeal of both the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, and the full implementation of that repeal took effect this April. This is one of the most significant Social Security changes in a generation. If you are a retired public sector worker who was previously receiving a reduced Social Security benefit because of the WEP, or if you were a surviving spouse who was receiving a reduced or eliminated spousal or survivor benefit because of the GPO, you are now entitled to your full benefit amount. The Social Security Administration has been processing retroactive payments for affected individuals, but the backlog is enormous. If you have not yet received a notice from the SSA about your updated benefit amount or your retroactive payment, you need to contact them proactively. Do not wait for a letter that may take months to arrive. Call the SSA, visit your local office, or check your My Social Security account online to initiate the recalculation process. The third change that every working retiree needs to understand involves the earnings test. If you are collecting Social Security benefits before your full retirement age and you are still working, the SSA has historically reduced your benefits if your earnings exceeded a certain annual threshold. In April 2026, that earnings limit was raised significantly. The new annual earnings limit for people below full retirement age is now higher than it has ever been, reflecting adjustments for wage growth and inflation. This means you can earn more money from work without having your Social Security benefits temporarily withheld. Once you reach full retirement age, there is no earnings limit at all, and your benefits are never reduced because of work income. But for those in the years leading up to full retirement age, this updated threshold gives you considerably more flexibility to continue working part-time or even full-time without the fear of losing your monthly benefit. Check the SSA website or your My Social Security account for the exact updated dollar figure for 2026. because knowing that number precisely could change your decisions about how much you work this year. The fourth change affects spousal benefits, and this one is particularly important for married couples where one spouse has significantly higher lifetime earnings than the other. The April 2026 updates clarified and in some cases expanded the conditions under which a lower earning spouse can claim a spousal benefit based on the higher earning spouse's record. Specifically, new guidance was issued around deemed filing rules, which are the rules that determine when you are considered to have filed for both your own retirement benefit and your spousal benefit simultaneously. Under the updated rules, certain individuals who were previously deemed to have filed early and therefore received a permanently reduced spousal benefit may now qualify for a benefit correction if they can demonstrate that they were not properly informed of their filing options at the time of their application. This is a narrow but important provision, and if you believe you were not given accurate information when you first filed for spousal benefits, requesting a formal review from the SSA is now an option worth pursuing. Another update that deserves serious attention involves survivor benefits for widows and widowers. The rules around when and how a surviving spouse can switch between their own retirement benefit and a survivor benefit based on their deceased spouse's record have been a source of enormous confusion for years. The April 2026 clarifications provide cleaner guidance on the optimal switching strategy, particularly for surviving spouses who are between the ages of 60 and full retirement age. Under the updated guidance, surviving spouses are now given clearer written notice of their right to claim survivor benefits as early as age 60, while allowing their own retirement benefit to continue growing until age 70. This strategy, known as the restricted application approach for survivors, can result in significantly higher lifetime benefits for widows and widowers who have not yet reached full retirement age. If you are a surviving spouse and you have not explored this option with an SSA representative, scheduling that conversation should be a priority this month. The fifth change that came through in April 2026 relates to Social Security disability insurance recipients who are transitioning to retirement benefits. When a person receiving SSDI reaches full retirement age, their disability benefit automatically converts to a retirement benefit at the same amount. Under the new April 2026 rules, SSDI recipients approaching full retirement age are now required to complete an updated income and living situation review before the conversion takes place. This is to ensure that the benefit amount being converted accurately reflects any changes in the recipient's circumstances. If you are currently receiving SSDI and your full retirement age is approaching within the next 12 months, watch your mail carefully for the review notice from the SSA and respond within the deadline provided. Missing that deadline could cause a temporary interruption in your benefit payments during the conversion process. There is also an important update regarding Medicare premium deductions from Social Security checks. Starting in April 2026, the way Medicare Part B and Part D premiums are deducted from Social Security payments was adjusted to reflect the new premium structures announced by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. For most retirees, this means a slightly different net payment amount each month. If your monthly Social Security deposit looks different than what you were expecting, the Medicare premium adjustment is likely the reason. Review your benefit verification letter, which you can access through your My Social Security account to see the exact breakdown of your gross benefit and your deductions. If the numbers do not match what you expected, do not assume it will correct itself. Contact the SSA and ask for a detailed explanation of the adjustment. Finally, the Social Security Administration has expanded its online services significantly as part of the April 2026 modernization push. You can now update your direct deposit information, request benefit verification letters, check the status of any pending review or appeal, and in many cases submit supporting documentation entirely online without visiting a local office. For seniors who have difficulty traveling or who live in areas where the nearest SSA office is far away, this is a meaningful improvement. If you have not yet created a My Social Security account at ssa.gov, creating one today should be your very first step. Everything we discussed in this video is something you can verify, initiate, or follow up on through that online portal. The April 2026 Social Security changes are wide-ranging, and they are already affecting benefit amounts for retirees across the country. Whether it is the WEP and GPO repeal, the updated earnings limit, the survivor benefit clarifications, or the new SSDI conversion review requirement, every one of these changes has real dollar consequences for real people. Being informed is the difference between getting every dollar you are owed and leaving money behind. That is everything for today here on SSA Benefits Alert. If this video helped you understand the April 2026 Social Security changes, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a retired friend or family member who needs to hear this, and subscribe to SSA Benefits Alert right now if you have not already. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a critical update, and leave a comment below telling us which of these changes affects you the most. We read every single comment, and we are always here to help. Until next time, know your rights, protect your benefits, and we will see you in the next video on SSA Benefits Alert.